And this competition replay is from the user Keldor. That is Keldor, and he's driving the M103 on a standard battle on Ensk. Now remember guys, if you're watching this as an individual replay, you need to go to the main video containing all 5 games in order to leave a comment and be in with a chance of winning 1,000 gold. 4 people will be chosen at random. So straight away, Keldor are going to be heading up the centre of the map, spots out an Awful Panther. Awful Panther realises that he's about to be in a world of trouble, so he pulls up short. Keldor only able to take out his track because he can't really see much of the Awful Panther. As you can see, trying to pick out a little bit of the underbelly. Unfortunately, that's at such a sharp angle. Even the terrible armour of the Awful Panther is enough to turn aside Keldor's shot. Lining himself up nicely there, trying to get a view of the back road if there's anybody in position. Awful Panther looks like he's making moves to come forward again, but again, thinks better of it. I think he's just trying to spot out via proxy everybody who he can. Keldor still in a fantastic position here. Finds the Awful Panther going back, and the side armor of the light tank for the Germans just a little bit too strong. Turns that shot aside as well. Object 704 from the platoon goes forward, so Keldor comes in after him. Does see the Awful Panther on the side. Finally gets a shot through the rear of that light tank. Been the luckiest light tank driver so far, but he is now tracked and he's probably going to be history. Keldor trying to make a decision on who to shoot. Goes for the T28, takes him out for kill number 1. Object 704 getting a little bit of a battering now. He's got to fall back just a little bit, but it looks like the enemy is also falling back. Keldor's just holding his shot there because he didn't think that one was going to land flush on the T29's armor. He's going to move forward just a little bit. There's a couple of Americans in there and the Waffenträger Panzer IV. Going to just try and focus in on the T29. Gets a great shot on him. The Waffenträger threatens to come forward, but with the Object 704 there, doesn't decide to finish the move. And then he decides to get the hell out of there as Keldor was pretty much finished with his reload. So calling that one nicely. The other platoon mate in his M103 has turned up now, and the two of them going to set up on this corner. They don't have to worry about attacks from the rear, as they've got a Löwe and an AMX 5120 moving up in that position to keep them covered. Only one M103 able to get into a side-scraping position here. He turns one shot aside. Keldor waiting for him to fire, but it looks like he's holding a shot. Doesn't quite have anything to do here. Doesn't turn that shot aside. Keldor gets a great shot through the front of the T30. T30 obviously not loaded at that point, or he would have taken a big punch in the face. Allied M103 just again still trying to side scrape. Does turn that shot aside very, very nicely. Keldor going to come around the left-hand side. This Object 704 is set up and dueling with the Panzer, the Waffenträger Panzer IV, so Keldor doesn't want to go in front of him. Going to move back and offer some support to his platoon mate now. Just going to decide to poke himself out. Hopefully the T30 has already fired, but it looks like he hadn't. And Keldor takes a massive punch in the face from that heat ammunition from that T30. T30 almost down, but he's got 10 hit points left. Keldor's going to have to just take one for the team and get out there. Although that one just bounces on the side as well. A little bit unfortunate. Not having a fantastic game so far. Bounced a couple of shots on that Awful Panther. And now the base is getting capped, and as you can see, Keldor wastes absolutely no time whatsoever. That's a mistake that a lot of players make. When that siren starts going off, they think to themselves, well, I'll get 1 or 2 more hits on the enemy here, and then I'll drop back and do something about the base. But oftentimes that doesn't leave enough time to actually reach the base. And as soon as that siren goes off, Keldor spinning himself around, being very map aware, and going for the Allied base. As you can see, a second tank has arrived in that cap circle now. It's a good job he did head back. There's a lot of enemy tanks streaming down that right-hand flank by the looks of it. Does see the T21. He is unfortunately through a wall, lines up where he thinks the tank is. What a beautiful shot to take him out for kill number 2 there. Now he's got to square off against an SU-152. Somehow manages to bounce his shot. Keldor going to focus down, try and take his track out. What a beautiful shot to get through the track and get some damage on him. Then the artillery rains in to finish him off. That just leaves us this Centurion 7-1. Tries to go for another shot through the wall there, but not quite able. Artillery rains down on the Centurion's head. Centurion gets some retribution by taking out the Löwe. And Keldor feels in a much better position to come and assault this guy now that he's not on full health. He bounces a shot on the side armor there. Does a great job of side scraping in the open field there. Jinking just to the left as he fired. Does take one shot, but gets one back in return to take him out. Game looking all square at 9 kills to 9 at the moment. Just pulled that one ahead ever so slightly at 10 to 9. But it looks like his ally in the M103 is going to be in serious trouble in the center there. He is getting flanked, although he does manage to take out the T28. No, he managed to take out the T54 with him. T28 prototype does survive, but he's only on 68 health, so if Keldor can reach there pretty quickly, should be able to eliminate him. They've got an enemy M103 with 1500 health, and then the 2 artillery pieces. Looks like both of them pushing down this left-hand side. Keldor just waiting a little bit, going to set up and try and take out this T28 prototype as he comes around the corner. There he is. Focuses just long enough, but only gets a critical hit. He decides to back off as he doesn't want to take any damage. Trying to get into a side-scraping position, but the T28 prototype takes out his track. Uses his repair kit in order to eliminate the T28, and eliminate him he does for kill number 4. And that just leaves the enemy M103 now. GW Tiger landed a good shot on him. Keldor thinking about just charging down this M103. GW Tiger taking cover here. Good piece of bait to have a low health artillery piece here. The enemy artillery doing a good job of taking out that GW Tiger. He's just going to come steaming around the corner. Takes a hit, but it doesn't do any damage. He's got all the time in the world. Fires his shot, but I'm not sure where that one went. I didn't even see. He's keeping his gun raised in the air, able to take out the enemy M103 for kill number 5, and that just leaves 2 artillery pieces. Can't be taking this one easy just yet, though. Let's see how much health that Lurva has. He only has 387 hit points, so that Lurva's definitely a one-shot. Keldor can probably take 2. Unless he gets penetrated in the side or the rear. Looks like the 2 of them just going to close in on the enemy cap circle and try and put an end to this one. To be honest, last time the enemy artillery was spotted was in that A0, but if they are worth their salt, they will have ran all the way down that 9 and 0 line. But then again, it's not very often that you find an artillery player that has that much brains. Let's give these guys the benefit of the doubt. They should have really ran down the 9-10 line, or at least one of them should have ran down the 9-10 line and maybe gone to threaten the base. As it is, the M4043 is here, sets him on fire, but he's got an automatic fire extinguisher on his 400 hit point artillery piece. But it saved his life, so we can't really complain. M4043 staying in position, probably aiming at this location. Unfortunately, if he doesn't make a run for it, he is going to be dead meat. Because let's face it, it's going to be easier for Keldor to poke his head out and get a snapshot at the M4043 than it will be for the M40 to pre-aim on this location. Thinking about flanking around this way, but looks like the Lurva's got the same idea, and he just takes that position, so Keldor going to head back. I think enough time has elapsed for him to have changed his aiming position, maybe now aiming at the Lurva, as he has appeared. And a focus down takes him out for kill number 6, and that just leaves us SU-14-2. Like I said, he's probably made a run down that 0 line as he was last spotted near 0. Artillery shells land in. Didn't quite see where that one came from. The Lurva's heading to his right, so maybe came from that direction. Keldor not giving the artillery the benefit of the doubt, and he's just making a beeline for A0, and there we go. True to form, the artillery is still camped in A0, exactly the same spot, hasn't moved all game, and that's going to cost him his life. Takes 400 damage to the face. This Lurva's probably going to come in from the side and finish him off. Nope, he's got a building between him, so Keldor going to have a blind shot. Nope, looks like he is making a move now, but it's too little too late with only 11 hit points left. Can he get one last shot on him for one last kill? He can't, but he still gets a Top Gun medal, almost 4,000 points of damage, and really coming up big for his team. So awesome replay there from Keldor. Thank you very much for sending that one in.